So we are live for the first time on Mendy Imports. I figured I'd go live. Let's see if there's anybody that joins. Wow, we're 25 seconds in and nobody is coming. That's crazy. That's okay though. I wonder if I go on Instagram instead, maybe I'll get more. This is live wrenching on a K car. Hey, there you go. Two people are on here. Welcome to this live. What we have here is a Miragino. Let me kind of show you what's going on. We're in the Mendy Imports garage. We stuffed the Miragino in here. And yes, we have snow here in Connecticut. It's like a dusting. So I figured I'd get on here. What's up? What's up? Oh, nice. What's up, Mike? Awesome. Glad you're on here. What's up, Sebastian? Looks like a couple more people are chiming in. So what's going on here is Miragino sold, and I got a package that I ordered off Amazon that's definitely straight from China, but it's the coil packs. And I guess we're going to find out. What's up, Bob? We're going to find out tonight if these are going to work on the Miragino because it is misfiring like crazy. Let me just turn it on so you kind of get an idea. And I won't gas myself out of here, but so you get an idea of how bad the misfire is. Yeah, she's missing like crazy. I don't want to gas myself out of the garage here. But that's what we're doing in the live tonight. We are going to be taking apart the Miragino. And so you get to watch me live do this. Because normally I would make a vid about it, but I didn't feel like making a video about it. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If you guys want to tune in, if you guys have any questions, I'll try and answer them. But as you can see, I'm going to be going under. So for the most part, it's pretty straightforward on these Miraginos. They're actually quite easy to get to the spark plugs. It's not too terrible. You really only need pretty much a 10 mil. And then it's just a matter of zipping off the bolts to hold the intercooler on there. And then just popping this side of the intercooler off. There we go. Then we get access to this guy. I'm just going to undo it right now. There. And the intercooler should just nice and easily pop out of there. So we have the tiny intercooler. We're going to take it off. And then from there, it's literally 4 10 mils that hold the cover to where the spark plugs, well, I should say the ignition coils are. I'll take these off. And my intrusive thoughts just kicked in, so because that kicked in, I'm going to put something there so it doesn't fall into the into the turbo. Take another rag, put it in here. I don't know, do you guys ever act on those intrusive thoughts? Like if you get it, oh, this might happen, and then you don't do anything, and then boom, you lose a bolt and it goes where it's not supposed to? Yeah, so that's why I just did that. So hopefully, guys, you guys will see me very happy in the live if this was the only thing wrong with the Miragino. It's got new spark plugs in it. But the coils, let's see, let's do comparison side by side. So this is the Diamond OEM ones, and this is the Ching Chong China that came straight literally from China. So we're going to just pop those in and hope for the best. And hope that they will work and that this one is getting oil in there, but it's not too bad. So I feel like that's more condensation. So I feel like maybe this guy was the one that had more of the misfire. So we're gonna just be swapping all of them out and hoping for the best here. But this thing was running like a champ when we first picked it up. And that's why I was like, I think I ran it low on gas one day. And that's when I started to drive it. And then I realized, oh my gosh, there's a pretty bad misfire. So we're gonna shortly start it up. Put these 10 mil bolts back in. And cross our fingers that this is the only issue. With the Miragino. So plug these in. Plugs seem to work perfectly to plug them in. This one clicked in. For now, we'll just put the intercooler without bolting it back up. I feel like this is a pit stop, a quick one too. Run, run, run. And that's what I want it to be. So this is, if you're tuning in and you didn't know, this one's tentatively sold. So there's a deposit on it. And of course, right when it's supposed to go to its new owner, it decides it's a good idea to start misfiring. So, that being said, I could not send it over to Ohio without repairing it. So I guess you guys will see whether or not this is it. Let's see, let's turn the camera. It's the moment of truth that this fixed the issue. Let's see. No way. Guys, it did. Yes. So you've been on here for about 7 minutes, maybe a little less than that. I'll shut this off again. I don't want to gas myself out. But yeah, this makes me very happy that that's all the issue was. So I'll put this intercooler off again so that I can put the cap back on. Oh my gosh. Jeez. So we'll put this top back on, but that was it. So this car will have fresh spark plugs for the new owner as well as new coil packs. Very excited that that was the only issue, and I figured that's. See, I lost a bolt. Told you I was going to lose a bolt. I feel like that's a good thing, you know. And yeah, when it first was happening, I was like, you know, I replaced the spark plugs, and with my nut, where did it go? No. Oh, there it is. Found it. My couple of years of experience in mechanics led me to believe that the issue could have been with the coils, because I replaced the spark plugs and that did not fix the issue. So, yay. My triagnostics worked today. And if you are wondering what I mean by triagnostics, I mean there's a correct way of fixing things on a vehicle, and that's not by trial and error. That's by locating the issues. I never went to tech school or anything like that to be a mechanic, but from the one training that I went to for Chevy, or actually it was AC Delco, but it was a Chevy related training, they told us about triagnostics. And it's basically what people do is they just try and fix things until they can figure it out, and that's usually not the case. So obviously there was fuel, there was air, there was gas, and yeah, that was it. You guys might be a little delayed. Yeah, BMWs are notorious for back coils, so I figured, you know, from the triagnostics that I was doing, that was the thing. You know, I replace the spark plugs because that's the cheapest thing you can replace right away, especially if you can find them locally. And for the most part, you can. Sometimes they'll probably use like lawnmower spark plugs, and so that didn't fix it, and I just had to order the coils. Also known as parts cannon. Yes. Let's see. How's it going from Panama? Welcome. That's cool. It's cool to see that there's people from Panama. If you are tuning in, why don't you? Doesn't everybody put below where they're tuning in from? Curious to know where everybody is. Awesome, Omar. I'm a K car fan myself. Actually, I have to pull the food truck out, and it kind of breaks my heart because the food truck is getting snowed on right now. But yeah, so very excited that the Miragino, nice Canada. Well, welcome. Yeah, I guess I go worldwide. East PA, nice. Ohio, Miami. Well, that's awesome. Conrad and Ben. I mean Bob. I'm sorry. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. If you didn't watch the port video, make sure you go watch the port video. Got a lot of heaters in that port video. 5 of which are mine, 2 of which are Rob's. He's got a deck van and he's got a Jimny wide. I'll put it on here. The Jimny wide he is gonna list for 9,500, and then the deck van is probably gonna be listed for 7,500, which is really cool. It's a 2-wheel drive deck van. It was actually a van, a K van that they turned into a deck van. Jeff, South Carolina, yes. Texas, woot. Michael, awesome. Here locally, yes. Yeah, so deck van's going to become available. It's soon going to go to the detailers. Also soon going to have a title for that. Jimny Wide is going to be available as well. That one's going to be 9,500. Soon to have a title as well. We're sending out paperwork for that shortly, probably tomorrow or so. The Naked, yes, the Naked is sweet. I drove that thing, and let me tell you, it drives buttery smooth. I think I like it better than this Miragino, believe it or not. And how's it going, Jeremy? Welcome. Yeah, so it's gonna, I don't know, I feel like the market for the Nakeds are gonna go up just because they're such odd, weird cars. And so soon enough, I think you can find them pretty cheap in Japan right now. But soon enough, I think they're gonna take the market by storm. The rare ones to find right now are the 4-wheel drive 5-speed ones with turbo, which is basically like a mirror. They're almost identically the same as far as like engine and transmission goes with the Miraginos, but the Miraginos are just more like a Mini Cooper than anything else. Yeah, you should definitely visit Top Secret. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Jim, they're gonna keep going up. So don't when I tell you guys don't slack on certain cars. And I'm not just saying that to buy them from me, but we're going to Japan. We're going to be in Japan in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Don't slack. If you see something, you should probably jump on it because I speculate that everything's just going to start going up. Hopefully this thing with Trump, the tariffs stay the same and we don't have to pay a ton of money for the imports. As of right now, if it's a truck or a cargo vehicle, it's 25% of the value of the vehicle. And if it's just a regular vehicle or like a fire truck or anything like that, it's 2.5%. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited that this Miragino is finally fixed. It means tomorrow I get to get with the what's it called? With the transporter so that we can get this thing to Ohio to Giovanni. So it was really interesting. This will be the first deal that I facilitate with someone taking out a loan. I was a little hesitant, but I wanted to work with this gentleman to make sure that he was happy and that he got what he needed. And he put a deposit down. But basically, in Ohio, for him to get a loan, he needed to get the vehicle there, have a VIN verification done on it. I am assuming that's just to make sure that it's not stolen or anything like that. And then once the VIN verification was done, then his loan would get approved, and then he would hand me a check. And so I was like, man, how do I make this happen? And shout out to Giovanni from Right Hand Imports because he's the reason this deal is being facilitated and is happening. So this Miragino is going to be headed to Giovanni, and Giovanni's going to take it, get the VIN verification done, so that way this gentleman can go and get the loan for this. But yeah, so I'm going to finish putting this back together, and then maybe I'll stay on the live and we'll go for a drive. It is snowing outside, so, and this is all-wheel drive, so maybe we'll rip it a little bit. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know if it was just like a personal loan or what the deal is, but I was surprised too. So hopefully it goes through and nothing bad happens. Stock up on parts and get NGK plugs and air filters. You know, it's I in an ideal world, I would love to go to Japan, and be able to get a bunch of parts. But are you gonna make a video or live stream of any Japan stream? Absolutely, we're gonna be making videos. Nick was the one that was making videos while we were in Japan last year around July, and I wasn't doing the YouTube thing, but I saw all the coolness that came from doing these videos in Japan. So you better believe Mendy Imports is gonna lock in and do a lot of videos. Like, I'm committed to probably putting out a video every day, just like Nick did. I would love to grow my following on YouTube. Right now I am monetized, which is really cool. I hopefully by the end of this month I'm slated to make $1 a day, which makes me rich, right? Just kidding. No, I didn't really do YouTube route for monetization. I mean, ultimately my daytime job is selling these cars, but YouTube really was a gateway to getting people like you that are watching this live to really lock in and follow the journey of Mendy Imports, and then potentially if they wanted to buy a vehicle, boom, there you have it. You have a video, you see everything, you see like a real person. Because one thing is like buying a car from somebody and not knowing who they are, and then another thing is like knowing Mendy and like, oh, I can get this car, I can get that car. Shout out to Conrad. I remember, being on Nick's channel, he didn't know who I was, and he ended up ordering a Pajero without knowing me, and it was awesome. It solidified that this is what really needed to happen for Mendy Imports to move forward. So YouTube is a stepping stone. If you're not part of Patreon, make sure you go join, or even Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. I think it's like so I have a tier $5 a month, and then I have a tier of $25 a month on my Patreon. And I think for YouTube, I'm not sure what the tier is here, but I know somebody. I have somebody that joined, and they're at $25 a month. And I'm trying, if you're either a part of YouTube or of Patreon, you get the videos before everybody else. And then I would like to start to offer deals on my Patreon or my YouTube. So if you're a Patreon member, instead of paying like, let's just throw a figurative number out there, instead of paying like $3,500 for the car, you would get it for like 500 or 1,000 less, and you'd have dibs on it before anybody else. So things to come on Patreon or stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of it, make sure you are there. I am a one-man team with a family of 3 boys that are very, very rambunctious, and a dog, Lola, of course, and then my wife. And so we try and hold it down, and I am the breadwinner. So I'm trying to do everything I can, but sometimes I feel like I stretch myself thin. So I'm trying to commit to making sure that I can get everything out there. Appreciate it. Thank you for loving the videos. But yeah, let me finish putting this thing back together, and then we'll go for a drive. There's actually a huge cross-reference for filters, etc. for these vehicles. I'm almost our AMSOIL dealer now. Man, it keeps disappearing, these things. I don't know why. When somebody sends a message, but yeah, let me finish putting this back together, and then we'll go for a drive. There is a parking lot downstairs. If the cop's gone, we can maybe do donuts. Maybe. But let's just put this thing back together, and then we will really test it to make sure that everything's good to go. Let's see. Good. Lines are plugged in. Okay, good. Let's get the 10 mils on these. Let's see. Excuse me. Ooh, a lot of messages. Sorry, guys. Let me put this all in, and then I will read all the messages if I can figure out how to do it. Yes. Awesome. Let's see if I can figure out this whole thing with messages. Oh, it's going dark. Let's see. No. There we go. It was only on certain messages. Rich, not so rich. There's actually a huge cross-reference for filters, etc. for these vehicles. I'm an AMSOIL dealer now. I give you a ton of great information on their website. That's good to know. Love your motivation. I appreciate it. Trying to have as much motivation as possible, just to stay out there as much as I can. Fantastic for Richie, not so rich. Shane, very motivated. Keep it real. Live is great. Can't wait to hopefully get the car in Ohio. Yes. Yes. All right, let's close the hood up. Actually, I have to take this light down. And so this garage, I'm extremely grateful for it. But as you can tell, all the mess is back there. There's actually a ton of case stuff too. So when I get back from Japan, because I don't think it'll happen before I leave for Japan, the goal is to dwindle this down. See, like I have these that are 4 by everything that are 12s. Probably just need to get tires for them and whatnot. But then I also have like kids' bikes and all that. And so I got to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And then like I have tires that could potentially go to something else. And so I got to get rid of all this stuff when I get back from Japan so that I could actually... My garage, I believe, is deep enough to potentially probably fit 2 K cars. But if you see there's like a wooden thing, there's actually a shelving system that I built last year that allows me to use these black and yellow totes that lets me put stuff in and out. So what I was trying to say earlier is this is just low enough where it doesn't hit the top of the truck. But when I open this door, this light, unfortunately, will hit that. So I got to take this light down. So bear with me and then we'll go for a drive. Let me flip you guys back around. So I'm going to take that light down, and then that means we can go for a drive and test out the car to make sure everything's good and no other hiccups or anything are wrong with it. Let's see if I'm able to do this without killing myself here. Sweet. Let's pop this open. I'm going to turn this car on. I'm going to warm up a little bit. Sounds so beautiful. Let's see. Let's go see if the cop's gone. So the food truck's there, as you can see. And you can see there's a little bit of snow. Yes, they are gone. So for testing purposes, we're going to go to the gas station, the whatchamacallit downstairs. We're going to go downstairs and see what this guy's all about. Whoa. All right. It's funny. I'm a pretty big guy to be inside of this Muragino. Let's see if you can see. My head is like, if I really sit up straight, my head is currently touching. And it's got this weird rib. Anyway, let's see. Tell how long ago I used this car because my GoPro's literally just sitting there. I guess we can see if it's not dead. Oh no, it's still alive. Good, we'll get some video of this. This mirror. Oh, nope. GoPro's dead. That's okay. It's been sitting in the cold weather. These batteries really don't like it. Let's see. Oh, the black guys don't have a salt spreader. They just have somebody that comes and throws it by hand. Shout out to them. Sorry, guys and gals, or who's ever on this. Let's see. One thing that I think this car might need in the future might be some sort of motor mounts or something, because you do hear slight vibration. So I think that's one thing it does need, believe it or not. You can kind of hear it there, but it's only when it's idling in gear. Let's see. Shout out to them. I've actually plowed for years. This year and last year were the 2 years that I was not plowing, so I'm kind of grateful not having to be out there, because I know how it is, how annoying it could be, I guess you could say. This thing is a zippy little car. Person's doing there. He's chilling. Oh, he's smoking a cigarette. Yeah, it's back to full power. There might be too much salt on the ground over here for me to do any kind of donuts. And this is an all-wheel drive vehicle too, so it makes it a little harder to kind of put it sideways, but let's see. It's too grippy. Yeah, it's too grippy and not enough snow on the ground, but you can hear the turbo whooshing on this thing, which is awesome. Let's see up the hill. So much salt on the ground. It's incredible how much salt they, like, literally look at the lines of salt that they put on that side. It's insane. So I've asked why they put so much salt down, and it's because they get budgeted for, sorry, just focusing and locking in here. Yeah, they say that it's because they get a certain amount allotted to them or budgeted to them, and if they don't use it, that they end up losing it for next year, which I think is a load of horse. And so they end up using a ton of salt because of that. Because I guess they were banking on the fact that we were supposed to get a ton of salt. Or not salt, but that we were supposed to get a ton of snow this year, but not a lot of accumulation going on. Also, it makes it harder for me to go sideways because I don't have two hands for power braking. Let's see. Oh, that kind of put me sideways. All right. Well, I think we'll head back home. Probably end up parking this thing, and then tomorrow I'll get with the broker to ship it, to have it shipped out to Ohio to Giovanni as soon as possible. Yeah. No, it's a ripper. She's back to normal, that's for sure. Or it is back to normal. Let's open it up right here. For being a little automatic K car, it absolutely rips. If you were following me from the beginning when MendyImports started, I was so against getting cars that had been that were a combination of automatic and anything, because I just didn't want to deal with automatic. I just saw so many people have such problems with them that I said, no, I don't want to get anything that's automatic. But then I met Nick, and Nick had a couple automatics and said, no, dude, automatics are not what you think. And ever since then, I was like, all right, I'll try one or two. And then I got one or two, and here we are. I got more automatics coming. But yeah, they're still fun. Oh yeah, you can kind of see, excuse me, what's here currently at the moment. This midget, I'll have a full video about it pretty soon, I think, probably for Sunday's video. But this thing is really clean. If you're looking for a clean non-canopy midget, this is the one. The unfortunate part is it does not come with AC, but this is probably one of the cleanest midgets that's in the United States. I can pride myself with that because it's only got 39,000 kilometers and it's just overall in really good shape. Like a dodo head, I ended up losing the battery cover, so we'll try and look for a battery cover. This Acti still is available if you're interested in it. But yeah, so otherwise I'm gonna go park the food truck back inside the garage because I feel bad that it's outside. I don't think it got much snow on it, to be honest. And I didn't really drive it on the road, so should hopefully still be clean. So yeah, well, it's still spotless. That is still available if anybody's interested in it. Just make sure you reach out. It's currently listed at $29,000. I know some people like that's a lot of money, but for what it is, it's actually not that much money. But yeah, I think for now I'll probably end the live here. But thanks for everybody that tuned in. Super excited that I got the Miragino running in good tip-top shape. And this will be headed out to Ohio, and then that means it's going to be a snowball effect of more cars going. So I really want to make it to Japan. So make sure if you see something that you want, you reach out as soon as possible. Until next time, guys, I think this is where I'll end it. I'm not sure how to end it, but I guess let's see. Wow. I don't know how. Yes. Okay. Later.